Hey everyone, this is Jen O'Sullivan here doing Wellness Wednesday. So I'm going to answer your questions live. This should be a short one. And then right at the top of the hour, you can invite your friends to this any Monday and Wednesday at the top of the hour, 5 p.m. Pacific time or wherever you are in the world. We do a quick, very quick intro. So tell people not to be late. Tell them to come early. And that's why we do these pre-shows to get you guys all on so that we can do right at the top of the hour our 10-minute presentation. So you'll want to make sure you come for that. And then I do a little bit of extra time with you for Q&A, more Q&A. Okay, so Camille says, which dandelion tea or other dandelion product would you recommend other than a coffee substitute? I never like the taste of coffee. Yeah, coffee, you might like the dandelion, you might not. So the reason we go with coffee substitutes that are not, say, mushroom coffee is just coffee, you guys, just has mushrooms in it. So it still is coffee. But the stuff like dandelion, the Dandy Blend instant herbal tea, it's so easy because it's just imagine a bunch of dandelion roots that have been roasted and then it's ground up into a fine powder and you stick that in your drink. It's delightful. It's kind of creamy tasting. It's weird and there's nothing else in it but ground roasted dandelion root. It's very healthy for you too, very good for you. So that's something that I would encourage you to use and just try different versions of it. You can do it stiff, which means you could put like one stick pack or a scoop, whichever you're using the pouch version or the stick packs. I like the stick packs because it's just easy to say 4 ounces of water. And if it's too strong, do like 5 or 6 ounces. You could even try it even more diluted, like 16 ounces and see. You can make it cold and you can make it hot. So you could just try what's going to work best for you. But another potential, again, if you never like the taste of coffee and you don't, I don't really know what you would need then, other than say like right now I'm doing the electrolyte that is not the LMNT, the other one, the Relight by Redmond's chocolate salt. Like this is like so yummy. So, I mean, our favorite flavors are chocolate salt. I also do the pina colada, and then I also like the Ultima Replenisher. The grape is our all-time favorite. But in the morning, I will have like the Pro Mix probiotic. It's a probiotic. It's the Florida orange, and I'll use that with like the Ultima orange because I don't really like the Ultima orange, but it's kind of double orange, and I feel like I'm having like a really refreshing cold orange juice, but it's not orange juice. It's not loaded with sugar. It's not. It's just a good drink. So there's plenty of opportunity for you to do stuff. And if you don't like the taste of coffee, I don't know if you'll like the taste of dandelion. I just don't. It's not that expensive, so you could just get like a small bag of it and try it. But yeah, but there's other ones that are like actually taste like coffee, like the tea chino is a full-on coffee substitute, and it's actually like tastes like coffee for sure, but it's not coffee. So, and like matcha tea is not good. Be careful about getting into black teas. They can be also very acidic in your body. So. Okay, what are your thoughts on the Master Cleanse? By who? You said the Master Cleanse, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Is there a company doing a Master Cleanse? You said you gained a lot of weight due to injuries, and now you're recovering from surgery too. I know diet is important, and I'm taking steps to get back to healthy eating, but I let myself go due to pain causing a semi-depressive state. I'm on leave from work until mid-August for recovery. I can't really walk due to dizziness from cervical disc injuries. Tim's he walks a little bit more than 26,000. He walks close to 30,000 steps per day in the house. He doesn't go outside. At one point, Lucy came over and he was in the middle of his walking, so he walked outside. I'm like, where did he go? Where did he go? We're missing Tim. And I look because we have everybody on our like Life 360, and I'm like, he's in the park. Jacob, Dad's walking in the park by himself. What's happening? Like we were freaking out. And I actually was thinking, oh, he's probably embarrassed. Like because it's weird. Like he just walks around the house. And so when he came back, I'm like, so what's going on? He goes, yeah, it's a little weird. I didn't want Lucy to think I was a weirdo. Like, well, you are. I got to show you his stats. He's coming on a month now, and he's walked 400 miles in the house. Okay, anyhow, just you brought up something that was super weird. It's just super weird. He's convinced like he's gonna lose a leg. He has diabetes and insulin dependent. He's really nervous about that, and so he's like, I'm not losing a leg. Well, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm like, okay. Go for it. So we got him like a step tracker and everything. And he's really mad at the system because at a certain time at night, it like deletes some of his steps, like 2,000 of his steps go away. And I think it's a time zone issue of where the system is, whatever. So I'm like, just get all your steps in before 10 p.m. So he's very weird. You were considering the 10-day master cleanse as a reset. Again, I don't know what that is. So, Sonia, maybe you can message me and just tell me, is it a company doing it or is it the generic? I don't know. Again, who's promoting it? Everybody has their own cleanses. You're using X39, X49, Eon, and YH patches. Well, Eon is a YH patch. I'm assuming you just meant also carnosine and glutathione. But I think the biggest thing, so let me tell you guys what I think the biggest thing is here, especially for what she's dealing with. Because there's this, she said a couple keywords, semi-depressive state. Um, she said, let me get my chat up for you guys because I know you guys will have questions too. She said like, her diet, she's gained a lot of weight. So those are some terms that I'm gonna want to help you guys with when it comes to a lot of this stuff. So number one, the best thing you can do is actually the simplest. It kind of isn't simple, but it is. It's going grain free. So just stop eating all grains, just all grains. Like today we went to Baja Fresh. We go out to eat pretty much every day, and I have to be real, and I totally can. And we get normally like I'll get the grilled chicken, a side of everything's a side. Tim's always like, oh, here we go with the sides, right? It's a side of grilled salmon or a side of grilled fish. I don't get sauces on them, right? It's just a side of, a side of grilled chicken, side of grilled steak. Like we go to this one Mexican place and I get a side of steak with cheese on top. And it's like two tacos, and I don't eat the flour, or they're not flour, they're corn tortillas underneath. I could just say no corn tortillas, and I don't know why I don't, but they're just on there, and I eat them off there, and the corn tortilla. Tim does the same thing. He doesn't eat the corn tortillas. Um, so it's just the steak and the cheese, or the chicken, or the salmon, and sometimes I put cheese on the salmon, right? Just like sprinkled white cheese or whatever they have. And guacamole or avocado on the side. So I'm eating that. That's it. Well, today, so we get like guacamole and queso. And the queso I know is gluten-free and it's just, cheese with the spices in it. So it's this one place that we go to and the queso is delightful. So usually I will just wait for the chicken to come and, I'll dip it in there because, it's good. And I got the guacamole and everything. Well, they messed up on Tim's order and it took a good amount of time. And I, he's sitting there chomping away on the chips and everything. And I'm like, well, I can have like three. I feel like three doesn't really set me off ever. So I had three chips and they were delightful. I eat corn tortilla chips. You know what I mean? So it's not like the best thing, but this is a place that has good chips. So, within reason, but I haven't had corn tortilla chips in probably a month. So when we talk about somebody saying within reason, like when they say in moderation, right? Our United States of America brain says just in moderation, but every day, right? No. It's like do you have birthday cake every day? No, you might have a small slice of birthday cake on someone's birthday. Is there birthdays every day? Maybe if you work in one of those weird offices where you got a huge group of people and that's a problem. You got to stay away from the kitchen at your office, right? But if you are dealing with your normal family and there's maybe 3 or 4 birthdays a year, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't eat birthday cake. I don't know, I save it for something better. I'm like, okay, well, it was Father's Day and I went and I got Tim some Japanese. We very, very rarely get these Japanese custard little things, and I had some. I didn't have the whole thing. I had some because I'm like, these are really delightful and they were fresh baked this morning. Again, that's like once in a blue moon. I might have a bite of Jacob's ice cream, but I'm not sitting there getting my own, right? So it's like, what am I doing in moderation? It's very small amounts, but grains are very rare. And so part of that is if you can go, say, 30 days fully grain free, and then if you do want to introduce them again, do a very small amount, like less than an ounce. That is moderation. In moderation is 1 ounce. Could you have a 1 ounce of a cookie? It's a bite. You know what a 1 ounce piece of cheese is? It's just a little block. So 1 ounce of a cookie isn't really a whole cookie unless they're tiny cookies, right? So that's part of the moderation is it's in our brains, we're like, well, I don't do this every day, or I'm not doing a lot of it. Well, what does that mean? It's just totally subjective. So that's where I want you to figure that out for you guys. Okay. So, um, yeah, there are many benefits to dandelion. So now I'm on the chat reading you guys' your comments here. Um, there's this kind of, it's not a joke, it's a reality, but the running kind of funny statement within the naturopathic world is if you could live off of one thing, if you could only pick one thing to live off of, it would be the dandelion. Like actually like your garden. You know, you go and you kill the dandelions that are around because you think they're weeds. Dandelion leaves are some of the most dense, nutritionally like stable things. Dandelion flowers, the dandelion roots, like every part of the dandelion can be eaten, and it's supposedly like you could actually live off of it. I don't know if anyone has tried, but yeah, they're very good for your liver, just good for a lot of things. So, usually at like a farmer's market, you can find dandelion leaves, and just chop up a little bit into a salad or something like that. Yeah, I don't know about the lemon cayenne maple syrup drink, and that sounds awful. It sounds awful because of the maple syrup, and I think that's a fad one. I vaguely remember hearing about that like maybe a decade ago, but that's not a master cleanse. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not a master cleanse at all. And whoever came up with that is cuckoo. You could do a lemon cleanse, like a lemon water. You squeeze a half a lemon into 4 ounces of water. It's pretty gross, but you drink that right when you squeeze it. You can't wait. You can't wait 15 minutes. Okay, so people also who talk about this, if you a lemon and then you're sipping that throughout the day, you've converted the lemon into acid and it needs to be alkaline. So it's a very strange conversion that happens, but it's first 15 minutes. You can squeeze that lemon and drink it right away in your water, and then you have to usually flush your mouth with water because it's too funky on your teeth. Cayenne pepper is can kind of help your system, just with circulatory and all that. The maple syrup is not going to do anything good for you. Like absolutely not. Like no chance at all. So you're feeding your parasites, you're feeding your cancer cells. You just forget the maple syrup. Um, sorry, I'm just saying no to it. Now, if you want to say you're wrong, Jen, and I'm going to do it, have fun. All right. Yeah, you could do that, Carmen, mixing dandelion with a little bit of the relight. That's what she does. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I might try it. In your opinion, how important would it be to use the Cellergize supplement or just be electrolyte drink be sufficient? It's important for certain people. Cellergize is important for unhealthy people. If you generally are unhealthy and you don't eat well, and you're on a lot of medications or a lot of supplements that are like synthetic, Cellergize is actually going to help you. If you are generally a healthy person who eats very clean, meaning you're not eating like synthetics and you're trying to not overdo synthetics in your body, and you're also eating properly, so you are getting copper in your diet and you are getting proper amino acids, right? You're not a vegan, you're actually getting the right amino acids, and you're taking an electrolyte drink that has a good potassium, but your diet is also getting potassium and magnesium and sodium, right? You're generally healthy. You don't need it. Okay, so just so you know, it's not like everyone needs that. The company needs it, and we need it as representatives so that we can now talk about stem cells. Okay, that is the reason that that was introduced. Now, it is a game changer for people that are generally unhealthy, like those people who say, wow, I just feel amazing on this. It's because their vital energy was low to begin with. They're generally unhealthy and their body was starving for certain nutrients, and that's an answer for those people. But again, if you're generally healthy and the patches are a supplement to your health and you feel better on them, but it's, like they're a game changer for me, but I'm generally healthy, like when it comes to nutrition. So that's part of the thing is that I think it's important for some people and not for others. And then you've got a whole load of people who can't do stevia, can't do corn, can't do citric acid. Like there's some things in there that some people are like, nope, can't do that. Just know it was not an answer for everyone. It was an answer for being able to say stem cells. Okay, that was why. Why grain free? Because grains are your biggest problem. Grains are what are causing her emotional upset, her depression. It's the grains are what are causing the weight gain. The grains are what causes the brain fog. The grains are causing her not to heal faster. All of you should be grain free. I am not saying that as a like fix for everybody, but 90% of you, that will be a major game changer for you, is if you just stop eating grains. And some of you are like, I don't like her anymore. It's okay, you can still eat your grains. If you want to do in moderation, whatever that sub is subject to, that's up to you. Would using the patch protocol, so we don't use that word anymore, so no more protocols. You can say usage idea for the knees be beneficial on the lower back. I don't know. I mean, honestly, whatever you want to try, it wouldn't waste them. Just know that if you're using all three of the YH Trio patches at the same time, it's 12 hours on, 12 hours off. You can't do any rotation of them. It's just you're using them like you would an X39, X49 patch. And so you could try them. And again, you could put them, I mean, you could put them on your back in a way that maybe would try for you. But what we have found for Tim, because he had three slip discs that were, his whole spine was degenerating. It was just getting his copper levels fixed. That was him. And now the X39 alone worked. Right. So he's on rotation on some of the YH. He uses carnosine mostly. He was using Eon for a while, but it was mostly like X39, X49, and then we switched him to just X39, every once in a while Eon, and now he's just pretty much consistent with X39 and carnosine. Um, when using the, let's see, okay, have you ever heard of the Beam? Yeah, Beam Minerals. I'm not a huge fan of those. I know Dr. Mindy Peltz like really loves those, but they're just fulvic acid. And realistically, fulvic acid and humic acid you can get anywhere. I don't think that the Beam ones are anything more special than, say, the BLK brand. I use the BLK brand. I can always find them on sale. I can get them from Amazon. Like you can get them anywhere, and they're just drops. It's BLK water. So, she. Anytime you hear somebody freaking out about something, you know, I'm always cautious about that. As a practitioner, I freak out about the patches because obviously I sell them, but I also know that they're the one thing that has helped everybody in my practice. I also sell supplements, you guys. Like Premier Research Labs, in my opinion, is the best. Do I tell you all to go on them? No. If you, and even my own clients, I was on the phone for an hour yesterday with one of my clients and she was asking me, and I'm like, yeah, she's on a supplement that I'm like, I don't love it, but I don't not like it, and it's fine. For what you're trying to accomplish, you can stay on that. Right? So if I look at the Beam supplement line, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's just way overpriced for what it is. So I don't, and as much as the game changing that they all talk about, I don't, it's the same as any fulvic humic acid that you're going to take. It's dirt. You're taking dirt. You're taking the very aggressive good minerals that come in dirt, fulvic and humic acid. Humic acid is actually what makes it black. Fulvic acid is brown. So it's just, it's just an interesting thing. But yeah, it's good. And I use them. I just don't use them every day. I use them maybe like twice a week, just not the Beam brand. I just started the energy. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, we got to stop. Sorry. We're gonna do part two.